Hey, Daniel, I don't mean to interrupt your book about boxes, but you got a second for some questions?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, great. All right. Cool. All right. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Well,
And we're gonna get on with some questions, and then we'll see some other stuff.
go for it.
So first question: what's your first memory of making a donation to like a charitable cause?
First memory of making a doing. Definitely, it's definitely with the Federation. I grew up in a family that was passionate about the LA Jewish community, and it was going to Super Sunday at the West Valley JCC on Van Owen Boulevard, Van Owen Street, on Van Owen. We're going to call it in the Valley, and making calls and helping out.
Is that where you grew up in the Valley?
I grew up in Woodland Hills, yeah.
Same. A18 for life. All right.
Yeah.
This may influence your next question. What's the best Jewish deli in LA?
The best Jewish deli in that's really hard. That's a hard hitter. I mean, Valley, you got to go Brent's if you're in the Valley is the stock answer. A little known deli rather in the Valley, Weiler's. I'm also a fan of. I grew up going to Weiler's on
Delicious.
Sherman Way.
Yeah.
Delicious,
I love
yeah.
those. I love both those places. But
Yeah.
you know what I don't love? I don't love this like Zoom view that you've been on all day. Why don't we take a walk around the house and I'll ask you some more questions? Is that cool?
Okay, yeah, I can try. Yeah.
All right, let's roll. All right. What's your least favorite Jewish food?
Gefilte fish.
Second
Forget
person
it.
to say that. Okay. And let's flip it. What's your favorite?
I'm going to keep it Passover themed. The Hillel sandwich is the highlight of my
Oh
year.
You and my wife could just go to.
I would eat them year round if I could, but
Well-
it's hard to get Haroset year round. I mean, I'm not going to make it year. That's a lot of.
No. It's a lot of tears.
Look, I mean, I think I still have matzah. Look at this. I still have some gluten-free matzah because
Look at you.
I'm a new convert to. I'm not gluten-free, but gluten-free matzah is delicious.
Wow, the way you
I
say
think it's
that.
a real winner.
I think Yehuda should hire you for their spokespeople next year. We'll try and set that up.
Ooh, this is the best one. Really, some PJ Library matzah, rather.
Yes, we love PJ.
The matzah. So
Yeah, that's Costco shopping right there, isn't it?
you know it.
All right. So now that we're on this, Hamantaschens are amazing. What is your go-to filling for the
Poppy
Hamantaschen?
seed.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
got to be poppy seed.
That's a surprise. But you know,
Or
I'll let that.
you know what? Is apricot? I will. Is a close second.
Is it Van Nuyen, Van Nuyen Street, or is it Apricot?
Apricot.
Good. All right, good. All right, we got that cleared up. Your bar mitzvah. What was that theme? What was the theme of your bar mitzvah?
I honestly don't remember. I didn't have a big party. It was with mostly family. I honestly couldn't even tell you. I don't even remember.
Oh, was that good of a party, huh?
It was that good.
Yeah. So if you could go to dinner with any Jewish person, besides me, of course, in history, who would it be?
Sandy Koufax.
Wow. Amazing answer. I might join you to that meal at Brent's.
Yeah, I mean, you can take the Yankee jersey off from.
Yeah, it's Mariano Rivera. He escalates everything else. Sorry. All right, let's talk about this. How many times a day does your mom call you?
Ooh, depending on the day, I'd probably on average 0.75 times a day. But less than one. And those are mostly times to ask why I haven't called her. Obviously.
Well, that's the next question, oddly enough. Have you called her today?
I have not called her today, no.
Okay. Let's go to Jewish camp. What's your
Okay.
favorite memory from going to Jewish camp?
Ooh, my favorite memory from going to Jewish camp was probably, I went to Jewish day camp. I didn't go to Jewish sleepaway camp, but I went to Jewish day camp at various JCCs. And probably going to sporting like Dodger games in the summer with Jewish summer camp, or swimming is obviously a winner. In the Valley it's so damn hot, so got to
is.
in the pool in the summer.
It is. All right. Did you meet your soulmate on Birthright?
I did not meet my soulmate on Birthright, but I met my soulmate because of Birthright.
So close. You're the closest one to answer that question.
Yeah.
Yes. So we'll hang on.
Birthright and the Federation led me to my soulmate. So
All right. So you've been to Israel, obviously. What is your most cherished memory?
my most cherished memory of Israel. It's either the PTSD I still have from the hike down Mount Arbel in over 100-degree weather. I don't know, that might not be cherished, but it's the most visceral memory, perhaps. Certainly visiting the Kotel and going to Yad Vashem would be up there.
Great. All right. I like those answers. All right. Not as deep, but just as important. Larry David or Jerry Seinfeld?
Larry David.
Favorite Adam Sandler movie?
The Waterboy.
Favorite Jewish celebrity?
My gosh, that's so hard. I'm blanking on Jewish celebrities right now. This is the worst possible time. I think Sandy Koufax is a celebrity. I'm going Sandy Koufax.
Wow.
All right, back to the well.
Oddly enough, next question, number 16. Favorite Jewish athlete?
Is it weird to say Sandy Koufax 3 times? This is like that Family Feud video where the guy just keeps saying turkey. I'm just going to keep saying Sandy Koufax.
All right. This one might work also. Favorite thing about being Jewish in LA?
It's not Sandy Koufax. Unfortunately, it's not Sandy Koufax. So that's up there. Just the community. I mean, just the fact that there's such a Jewish community around here. There's great Jewish food, Israeli food. There's synagogues, family, friends, and it's really it feels like home.
All right, let's stroll into a room where you can get comfortable because I got a big question for you next.
Okay.
As we're walking,
and I wish comfortable in the kitchen. Who's not?
That's true. I wish this answer was Sandy Koufax, but how did you first get involved with the Federation?
How did I first get involved with the Federation? So I went in 2015. In 2015, I went on a birthright trip, an LAOA birthright trip with the Federation, and immediately after that, participated in a fellowship that the Federation has called the Khan Fellowship, which is about building community with the members that were on your birthright trip. And then after that, started volunteering and doing work with the predecessor of New Roots, which was Yala, and then New Roots after that, and now with the Emerging Philanthropists.
Wow. You hit a lot of good talking points there. I appreciate that.
Education.
Yeah, big time. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit. So an alien, like from outer space, comes to Earth, meets Daniel, and says, "What is the Federation?" How do you answer that question to the alien?
I answer with the Federation is about providing resources and community for the Jewish Federation of Los Angeles for Jews in Los Angeles. Things like caring for Jews in need, Holocaust survivors, refugees, things like Jewish Family Services and Jewish Free Loan, and providing a lot of help and support for vulnerable members in our society. About community service. It's about safety and security for Jewish for synagogues, for Jewish schools, for Jewish camps, and it's really about fomenting and cementing rather a Jewish community and a lasting Jewish community in LA.
Wow. I would hire you if I knew that you weren't already selling what you're selling, which I don't really want to mention right now. Okay, so moving on. Most impactful Federation memory.
Most impactful Federation memory. I'm gonna go back to my birthright trip. And on our birthright trip, we went to Beit Izzy Shapiro, which is a facility in Israel that the Federation, I'm relatively certain, is a supporter of, and they provide education and services for Israeli and Arab children and adults who are developmentally or mentally impacted or disabled. And it's really cool stuff seeing all the work they're doing and where some of the support that the Federation is able to give is going to people who need it most.
Wow, you just taught me something. So I did not know that place existed, and it's good to know about. Thank you.
Got to look it up.
Yeah, I will. Who inspired your connection to Judaism?
Definitely my parents and my grandparents. My one grandmother from Austria, and my bubby was a longtime supporter of National Council of Jewish Women and Hadassah, and loved being Jewish. My bubby ate matzah year round, and I don't. But she was a lover of Jewish culture and Judaism, and really instilled that love and that feeling in me.
Wow, it's awesome. We're getting that a lot, that the parents and the grandparents are doing it. So you are lucky. Did you wake up with any anxiety today?
All day, every day.
Is that because the Dodgers?
A little bit.
Is that because the Dodgers have 0 pinch hits this season, or for other reasons?
It was. I do have a lot. I mean, Yu Darvish is pitching tonight for the Padres, so a little bit of anxiety there. But it was mainly work related, right? It's everyone.
Okay. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how anxious are these questions making you?
0.5. Like, come on, you got to kick it up a notch, Rob.
Well, I'm going to recite the 4 Passover questions right now.
Ma, do I have to sing them? Can I?
You can do whatever you want.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think you want to hear me sing.
Okay. All right. Do you know what they're about?
I do know what they're about.
Let's do it.
Oh, I mean, why do we eat matzah on Passover? Why do we dip on Passover? Right? Why do we eat bitter herbs on Passover? And oh gosh, there's a fourth one. Why do we recline?
Boom. Yes. Well,
done. All the money well spent. Got it.
Yes. Wow. I'm gonna send that to your parents. All right. In the history of Daniel, favorite Hanukkah present?
Oh, that's a really good one. You know, this is weird and sentimental. My grandmother, Trudy, used to always ask what I wanted, and I was a very uncomfortable person answering that question as a kid. I'm still uncomfortable answering that question now. So she, in addition to a check, as grandmothers are wont to do, I got underwear every year because she told me, if you don't tell me what you want, I'm gonna buy you underwear. And I know that's a weird answer, but now I have to buy my own underwear, and it's expensive, right? It'd be nice to get that every year.
You know what?
So I'm going with underwear.
My dad always told me, you'll know you're a grown up when you walk into a store with $50 and walk out with underwear and socks, and no money.
It's rough out there.
It is tough. All right. Tell us something that you will atone for this year.
Probably not. To go back to one of the earlier questions, probably not calling my mother enough. Or just, it's been a hard 12 to 14 months for a lot of people, and I think I wish I had been more in touch with some friends and family and been more present in their lives.
That's beautiful. On a side note, your mom did call and tell me that yes, you should atone for that. So, is there something you want to kvetch about right now?
There's something I want to. No, I mean, it's a real pet peeve. I want people to stop calling things martinis just because they're served in martini glasses. I think it's ridiculous. Your appletini is not an appletini. A martini is a specific drink. It's a specific recipe. Stop calling things teenies because they're in martini glasses. Just stop.
I love it. I will stop. I actually think that the martini glass just needs to go away because it's ridiculous.
The worst glass. Yeah. How do you wash that?
I don't know. How do you walk with it?
I think
it's a scam by the Bar Society that you get a drink and spill it and then buy another one.
Spill half of it and have to buy another one.
Great. Probably. All right. What Jewish value resonates with you the most?
I think, Tikkun Olam, right? Wanting to make the world a better place and contribute to the betterment of society, and really doing everything in your power to kind of leave world and leave your community better than when you found it.
Yep. Especially right now. And can you get drunk off of Manischewitz?
Can I right now, or can I in general? I can do both. I mean, I actually see a bottle of Manischewitz right now.
Go get it.
Yes, you absolutely can.
Go get it.
Are we getting this? Okay.
Maybe we'll change this question to what's easier, to get drunk off of Manischewitz or spell it. That may be how we'll change this question.
Definitely get drunk off it. I'm cheating because I'm staring at a bottle of Manischewitz right now.
Have you ever eaten an entire challah by yourself?
Absolutely.
Nice. Okay. Wow, the good stuff. What year is that?
This is what vintage? I don't know.
2021, 2022, probably. Maybe. Yeah.
But, the way people buy Manischewitz, it's probably 2014. The amount you drink. One bottle. Well,
Let's talk about bagels. LA or New York City? Who's got the better bagels?
Oh, I'm glad I'm the only one here. My wife might hurt me or divorce me over this, but I think it's definitely LA bagels. Like, I think it's the whole thing. A bagel is only as good as what you're putting on top of the bagel, right? There's a law of diminishing returns on bagels. How good could a plain bagel be? I think it's ridiculous. I think bagels are bagels. It's only as good as the lox and or cream cheese and or whatever schmear you're putting on. So I'm going LA bagels, Western bagel all day.
I love it. There's used to be a place in the Valley called I Enjoy Bagel. You should ask your folks about it, probably before your time. All right. Besides bagels and a World Series victory, what was your coping mechanism to take the edge off the pandemic?
I watched a lot of Big Brother. I watched a lot of old seasons of the greatest television show in the history of the universe, which is Big Brother. And yeah, still kind of catching up.
Wow.
Or America's Test Kitchen. I don't know if you guys know America's Test Kitchen. Do I have a cookbook? Ooh, I do. The complete America's Test Kitchen cookbook. It's Cooks Illustrated. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. They make stuff like really easy to understand. And so
open it up and just pick something to cook tonight.
Does it have to be kosher?
No. In this case,
okay.
No. We can give you a pass.
Because if something comes up with shrimp, it's not gonna be good. Ooh, flat iron steaks.
Yum.
Sounds good. You can't open that one.
All right, while you're looking, describe your philanthropic leadership involvement 10 years ago.
My philanthropic leadership 10 years ago, non-existent.
5 years ago.
With the Federation.
Great. All right. What is your vision of the Jewish future?
My vision of the Jewish future is one in which where people are unashamed to live their Jewish life, however they identify and however they connect with themselves and their community and God. And we allow people and we support people doing that. I think there's no wrong way to be Jewish. And I think people should live their own religious and spiritual life and destiny.
Wow, don't tell anyone else, but I think that's the best answer we've gotten.
Tell everyone else that. I better get on.
High five. Yeah, the whole thing's coming. What part of the Federation's work are you most proud of?
What part of the Federation's work am I most proud of? It's a really hard question to answer because I'm proud of so much of the Federation's work. I know recently, in a few years back, the Federation had a campaign to save our survivors, to provide financial assistance and support to the thousands of Holocaust survivors living in Los Angeles who are actually living below the poverty line, who needed the most help. And the Federation was there. And I know Yala and New Roots was there to support. And it was really proud to be a part of that.
Oh, well said. And last one, but I'm going to give an extra one just because I want to.
Andy Koufax.
Favorite TikTok trend? Show us.
Oh, I am not on TikTok. I don't understand it at all. It's nothing makes me feel older than when a coworker shares something that on TikTok and I'm like, I have no idea what this is. So if it's a trend of not knowing what TikTok is, then that's what my favorite TikTok trend is.
I like it. All right, here's the final question. Will the Dodgers break the Mariners' single season win record this year? There's two more questions. Who will be MVP of the World Series? And if you were to play for the Dodgers, what would be your walk-up song? Go.
The Dodgers will not break the Mariners' single season wins record. I think they are in it for the long run and aren't going to chase a wins record rather than prepare for the playoffs. Rest your starters. Mookie Betts will obviously be the World Series MVP. And what would my walk-up song would be? Hardest question of them all. I didn't know it was going to get that hard. Probably
Daniel by Elton John.
Probably not. Though it's close second. Probably, I don't take myself too seriously as this, I'm sure it's Exhibit A. So it would probably be something silly. Give me throw out a silly song, Rob.
Theme from the Jeffersons.
I do it. Yo, ooh, that's a good one. Yeah,
All right.
chosen.
Wow.
Done.
Together, we accomplished something.
Absolutely.
Shabbat shalom. Okay, well,
Shabbat
Daniel,
shalom.
it was nice meeting you. I don't know what you're going to do for Shabbat and the Dodgers' big game tonight, but I really enjoyed hearing all your answers.
Eat an entire challah, obviously. Stress eat an
perfect.
entire challah.
Perfect. And I'll leave you with this. Go call your mom.
Okay, I will.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Rob.